starting, I think. So I'll move over to here. And I hopefully... Can you say something, Cyber?
Yes. Do you hear
Okay,
me?
nice. Yes. I just was checking if I have the right audio source assigned everywhere. And apparently I am a little bit prepared at least.
That's so unusual. Like, what the hell is going on with you?
Yeah.
Where is Paladin?
I
What
know.
did you do to him?
I'm even wearing a nice
I
jacket.
I see. I can't turn on my camera for this occasion.
Oh,
That would be
you turned me on anyway, so
no. That sounds so wrong.
are we did we miss
No,
did
this
we miss
is
a lot? It's only 12 players.
well, I don't know. I guess we will have Q2 immediately, as from the looks of it, so far at least. But yeah,
Only 2 players we can eliminate. Yeah, 12 player race today. That's
yeah,
sad.
yeah. It is actually, as I said, this is a quite beautiful track. I think that Igiava got it on point. If you ask me, this track
Yeah,
is
he did a fantastic job. True.
yeah. I did a practice session with them on Tuesday, and I must say I haven't done any laps prior to it, and some of these guys, they just have amazing pace. I had only at the end of it, I had like 35 laps on this track in total, because I haven't hot lapped a single lap so far, and some of the guys were like 2.5, 3 seconds faster than I was, and that is just incredible. Charged. I watched him.
Yeah.
I watched him do some hot laps, and that guy was on rails. It's amazing what he can pull off, and I don't think if anyone can stop him, I believe it's Grandi, maybe Nestori as well, his teammate. But apart from that, I don't think anyone can match his pace.
Ah, yeah, definitely. And we are already seeing the effects of that. Charged the only one in the 111th right away, which is a lap time that I can only dream of. I
Yeah.
think I'm at 115 or something like this.
Darren
From
seems, yeah.
Oh yeah, Darren with 112.4. Nice.
Darren seems to have some nice pace over there. I don't know what happened to the others. Grandi, maybe he might improve. He had a shortcut hit somewhere. I believe it's this corner right immediately after that, like in front of that one bridge. Maybe that's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's the corner where where it's easily possible to hit the shortcut penalty. So yeah.
Yeah, right there where he just crossed. It's very easy here to get over the track limits a little bit while you are on a push lap. You have to be extra careful, in my opinion. But this is what makes the track so interesting.
Maybe Kosandri can improve. No. McVision improved. Nestori as well.
Yeah, nice.
And Darren, holy moly. Look at Darren's pace.
Oh, Darren is
great job
definitely
from Darren.
on a great pace today. Would be interesting to see a podium from him maybe today.
Dramatic McVision separated by 0.002 seconds. Holy moly.
Oh yeah, that's also very close.
Yeah, I guess the Zauber guys are going to score massive points tonight. Yeah. It's definitely going to be something.
Yeah. The only thing... Ooh, the new guy, let's just call him Arjen, because I'm not great. Great Arjen, not great Arjen.
I was like, not Grosjean. I was reading it the whole time, not Grosjean. Thank you for saying Arjen.
Darren writing in chat that he wasn't expecting at all his pace.
Usually, the problem with Darren is that he has usually strong pace, but he in the last, let's say, 3 races, he messes up his qualifying session, and that is the reason why Darren is sometimes like underperforming, even though he has some great pace. Like in Baku as well, he was super strong, he was quick and fast, but he messed up qualifying and then got gobbled up in the beginning of the of the race, like on the start,
Yeah.
like in the first two
Yeah.
laps or something like that, and then yeah.
You can. I mean, in these tight street circuits, you get caught up
Oh,
super
yeah.
super easy
Yeah, true.
by a lot of shit. So
True.
it's just natural. I'm very surprised that Arjen got into the top 10, but I'm happy for him. Sad that Yuki and Radi got eliminated, but I mean Yuki had potentially a shortcut, and Radi is maybe struggling a little bit on pace here. It's no shame. I mean, it's a very difficult track, very hard to pull off, and yeah, at the front, I mean, obviously Nestori and Charged are there,
Yeah.
but Grandi only P6 at the moment.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is.
Saibo
I
pretty
guess
silent. Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure if I'm silent or not.
Nah, I had
Okay.
I tuned you up in OBS,
Okay. Thank you.
so you don't have to talk louder or something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to scream, definitely.
Nah, that would be pleasing. Okay, Q3 is underway now.
Looking promising so far. I'm expecting Igiava to be honest. Like I don't know, for some reason
Nah,
he
I think
had,
there's a on track curse.
yeah, true. I definitely can acknowledge that with Baku.
Yeah.
Baku was
I
horrid
know.
for me. But I for some reason like Igiava improved over time, like quite a lot actually. He's super strong when he isn't making a mistake. The thing is though, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's lag issues, or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe the focus. You
Maybe
know,
it's a little bit execution as well. I feel
true,
like.
true. Slightly sloppy there, but in all, like Igiava is pretty strong. Like like as I said, like in the practice session, well, I cannot say that is a valid comparison because I haven't had any sort of practice. But again, like Igiava was pulling away quite strongly, and then, you know, when he was not making any mistakes. So yeah, I can imagine him doing quite a lot of tonight.
Yeah.
Like
Charged
here.
again with the 111.7. And
Yes.
it's crazy. I just spectated Charged, and it is insane
The
how
precision.
much he goes to the limit.
Yes,
And the precision in that as well, of course. Yeah.
yeah, the precision is that what's amazes me. Like I have a feeling like he presses throttle and he's on rails.
Yeah. He's so close to the walls when it matters. He is so on point with his apexes.
Like, do you see the
It's
upcoming
just-
corner here? This is like such a this combination over here. Oh,
Yeah,
now he hit the shortcut. But that combination over there is so satisfying if you nail it perfectly. Like, I think
if he
this.
does the lap correctly, I think even with shortcut he can score pole.
Yeah, but Taxi Vader, look at his performance there. Like Taxi Vader, amazing, strong.
112.0, yeah. But
Yeah.
that Nestori had a 111.9 last qualifying. I mean,
Yeah, but Nestori, I don't know, maybe had some issues there in the first lap, but he has to nail this lap if he wants to qualify high. Nestori was also super strong on the practice session that I participated in on Tuesday,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
last night I haven't been able to,
Yeah,
but yeah, again,
11
Nestori. Damn.
11.9 with shortcut penalty for charge.
And there it is, Darren
it's
made...
insane.
But look at the comparison
no.
now to Darren. Like he has done
so
a
sad.
12.3, and look at Dremet peaked 12.0.
12.0.
I know he
Also, Grandi got faster, Taxivader got faster. McWisson got a little backwards. So the team there didn't get the setup of the cars correct?
yeah, they probably switched to T car. Like he must have had some problems with his diffuser, but yeah, he was struggling a lot with the
probably
setup
sure.
during the weekend. and he told that he was trying to figure out some modifications to the car, but I guess I don't know. And Sauber in general has issues with bringing the tires to the temperature, so yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons. The pressures are not that good.
All of it, definitely. I think also they are running a little bit other downforce configuration.
Probably, yeah.
Compared to like the McLarens, for example.
Maybe they were expecting some rain and had a rain setup slightly like they gambled, but who knows?
Honestly, stopping with the bullshitting a little bit.
Please.
So, the interesting thing is Darren with his 112.3 would have gotten like maybe P7, P6.
Yeah.
But it's very sad for him. He clearly didn't get the lap together, but I still think he is on course to have a good race here. Maybe he can fight for like to P5 or something like this.
Yeah, I mean
Because
it's pretty difficult to overtake.
He has these moments where he can just deliver a race, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. The thing is, it's pretty difficult to overtake, and even if you have DRS or the slipstream in this case, it's quite difficult to stay behind someone and then also to keep it clean. You know, the one thing is to stay behind, but the other thing is to anticipate when the car in front of you is going to brake, and everyone has slightly different braking zones, so it's it will be quite something, especially the first couple of laps. And I hope for everyone that they are not sort of leaving the track or leaving the race like mid-race or whatever. I hope for everyone they continue. Definitely. Yeah.
I want to. I mean, until we are starting racing again, and the admins are explaining some of the rules. Let's look at the strats available.
Yeah.
Hiava had also brought out his strat report again, and to my absolute horror, we are potentially looking at a one-stopper again.
Yes.
And I say this with dread because last time in Baku I really nearly fell asleep.
Yes, I saw.
I'm happy. I mean, it wasn't all the race, but I from a spectator's kind of perspective, I really found it was a little bit boring. Yes, there were close fights, but nobody got so close that you say, oh yeah, there will be an overtaking maneuver imminent.
Yeah.
So, to my absolute horror, this will be potentially a one-stopper again. We have the fastest strategy here, one-stopper with medium and hard. And then all strategy is soft hard or soft hard. And both is... I mean, obviously, everybody's going for medium hards. Is there even... is there even, like...
To be honest, I would have gone as well hard medium. I would have saved the medium for the end. That's what I would have done. And also, maybe we could see a potential soft hard soft strategy. In my opinion, I believe Charged might go for that strategy. I'm not sure because they pulled it off in Silverstone when they had this huge,
In Silverstone, it didn't work for him at all. He started on this. He started on the softs.
Yes.
And fell back at the start. Didn't have the.
Because of him. Yeah.
Starting.
Yes.
Okay.
4 or 5 red lights, and away we go.
And away we go. Exactly. The field is moving in together into the first corner. Charge is taking the lead. Taxi Vader getting challenged by Grandi, but so far nothing happening. A little bit of contact behind, but so far everybody is behaved. Darren in the kerfuffle with Yuki. Yuki getting on the outside into the wall, and Darren keeps his 9th position, but is now challenged by Radi. Kusandari, meanwhile, fell also back a position, I think, because the Sauber boys are attacking Grandi, and this is like group bullying here. 3 Saubers versus 1 lonely Mercedes. And the lonely Mercedes is looking at his head mirror and only sees green cars.
Oh, Darren and
are you-
Yuki, Darren, Yuki, and Radi, they were fighting, and Yuki was about to overtake Radi, but got squeezed by Darren from the left, and then they sort of got stuck, and now it's, I don't know what that is. Like, that's like bum drafting there.
Probably, yeah, I mean, they are super close together now. Oh, that was the wrong car. They are super close together now. I think sometimes it looks very aggressive, but most of the time I think like they are just trying to avoid each other, but hit each other anyway. And this is probably why we sometimes think, oh, it's too hard racing here and there, but you accidentally hit something. It's something. Sometimes it's just unfortunate, you know.
Yes, true.
They're going a little bit in the wall, but he doesn't lose too much speed from that. But Yuki now trying to get a move done. Radi kind of slammed the door shut there on the inside. I think, 3 right there, and Darren taking 2 positions. That is like highlight material in my opinion.
Yeah. But interesting to see, if I can quickly insert something here, is that the 2 McLaren boys are going on a medium tire, while Taxi Vader and Grandi are on a hard tires, and they are easily following Nestori as well as Charge. Charge didn't pull away that much as I would have, thought.
Anticipated.
Yes, I would have anticipated. But yeah, so far Taxi Vader and Grandi are quite, like, the gap is not that huge towards Nestori. So I don't know, like the hard tire seems to work nicely there for some people. And then we have mediums, hard, medium in form of McVision, Remet, and Igiava respectively. And
Taxi Vader, they're a little bit into the wall, turn 3.
oh yeah, okay, might be attacked by Grandi in the next couple of corners. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, but as I said, it's very tricky to overtake. It's very tricky to follow as well through these corners because of the downforce loss. You have to adapt your speed and everything, and then you have to also take into consideration the braking of the other car in front, especially through some of the easy obtainable slowdown corners. Yeah, it will be tricky.
Definitely, you have to be really careful, and you have to kind of hope for a mistake of your opponent that you are facing. I want to try.
Now it seems that Charged actually is slightly pulling away as well from his teammate, and Nestor is still struggling. Like, he's in some sort of no man's land so far. Like,
The perspective for me is most of the time that not Nestor is struggling, but I think Charge uses the first one, or Gandhi now very close to Taxi Vader. But what I was going to say is that Charge is using the first 1 or 2 laps or 3 sometimes to get a feeling, and then he puts the hammer down,
Yeah.
and then he starts to just work like clockwork, while Nestori is driving also a very consistent pace, but Charge's consistent pace is just like half a second faster or something like this.
Yeah. I guess in form of Grandi was as well strong in the last race in Baku, had issues to overtake Nestori. From what I heard and gathered, the information is that that Grandi did quite a few mistakes on that course, and in this case, because that was a city race and a city course, and this one is as well. And I'm not saying, I don't know why I'm saying Charge, but yeah, Grandi needs to be focused, in my opinion, and try to keep just the pressure up towards Taxi Vader, and Taxi Vader might make a mistake. And I guess there was a mistake by Nestori, if my eyes are not deceiving me, because Nestori for some reason
is now 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, but he is quite close now. He fell into the clutches of Taxi Vader there for some reason. Whatever happened to him?
Hit the slowdown or the wall, but also Dremet must have hit something.
Yeah.
Because Dremet is now behind Darren currently.
True. I have missed
very
that.
close to each other.
Yeah, Dremet was actually.
You're normally the first one to shout out what Dremet is doing, but I guess we have to find out in.
Well, it's not
post-race analysis.
Yes.
Because right now the gap between Dremet and Darren is widening. So
Yeah, I think
what, Darren?
Darren is quite aggressive there towards Yuki. I'm not sure.
The question for me again: is he aggressive or is it just braking a little later to get a move done, and then he kind of finds himself in the collision?
In my opinion, that is aggressive because the car in front, no matter what you do, but the car in front is losing. Yeah, and it's losing speed quite a lot there because the slightest push to these cars, like it loses a lot of speed, and it's just a lose-lose situation for both cars then.
Yeah.
Because you lose time towards your other opponents. The car following actually is gaining because, the slight push may open up a gap there that didn't exist before.
Yeah, true. I mean, but Darren didn't push; he drove in the back.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
And that is what that is what I mean with the anticipation of the car in front. Like you have to adapt to figure out where the brakings are, the braking points. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems that
you kind of have to adapt all the time because with tires, your braking point changes. You slide a little bit more. You don't gain the speed that you need, and then it's getting messy over the.
But it seems that Dramet got past Darren. I'm not sure what happened. Either Dramet overtook him fair and square, or Darren let him past because he know about a mistake or whatever, or Darren did a mistake himself. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
It's said that we don't have a rewind function.
Yeah, it is.
Something like this.
Yeah, so like a 30-second rewind or something like that. Yeah.
Often over talking, you miss the most crucial things.
Yeah.
And now we are 2, and we still miss.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to follow.
Stuff.
Like I'm looking at your stream, and I'm trying to follow as soon as you are not looking at the stuff that I'm looking. So it's fine. As soon as you start looking at the same pairing, then I am switching to something else.
Getting the wave by from McVision.
Maybe McVision feels like that he has not the pace or is out of focus, who knows, and feels like that Igiawa might have a stronger pace.
And I first of all thought it was a tire thing, but they are both in medium.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, and I think like this is actually quite a good strategy if McVision seems to be right and lets Igiawa go. It might enable his teammate to actually score some better results and might also pull him along with him, like with the slipstream and everything, Oh,
yeah, definitely. I mean, Igiawa has already nearly gapped McVision by a second.
Yeah.
So he is definitely faster currently.
Yes.
Than McVision. So he might actually close up the gap to the cars in front. Like,
yes.
For example. And Grandy, honestly, still stuck behind Taxi Vader. I would have thought that Grandy would have cleared this a little easier.
Yeah.
Is that the wrong choice of words there? I am not quite sure.
Yeah, I guess it is. I think... Oh, Dramet hit a slowdown there and got overtaken again at the bridge from Darren. But now Dramet seems to have a better exit, and there is quite a fight there between them, between Dramet and Darren.
Dramet on the outside, and Darren actually very smartly choosing to cut him off.
Yeah, Darren
now moving into a very defensive position there, hitting the inside wall. If he didn't had hit the wall, that would have been a brilliant move, but I think he oversold it a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the defensive driving was actually very great.
Yes.
The snappy thing with the unexpected movement.
Yeah.
Yes, a little dangerous, but still in the realm of everything is okay, in my opinion.
Yes, so it was
actually great racing out of both of them.
I don't know what's going on with McVision. He's falling back now to...
Oh, no! Dramet hit the wall into a spin.
No.
Oh, he crashed a little bit into Darren, but Darren got away pretty good lightly from that. It was out of turn. Oh, that is the wrong camera perspective.
I'm not sure what.
I think out of turn 4 or something like this.
But yeah, McVision is having some issues there. I'm not sure what is going on with him. Either he's losing focus, like maybe I don't know if he's tired or, but he is not on point tonight. Like, I'm not sure if
he's
it's...
also struggling a little bit with connection, something like this.
Like, who knows, yeah. But now he's actually, again, a bit...
I mean, honestly, we are all working, man. You know how it is. You have a bad week. You don't get a lot of practice. And you have to say, we are right in the dog days of the schedule.
I am quite...
I had a look at the calendar and thought to myself, what the fuck, why do we have three races in 6 weeks?
Yes,
yes. I mean, yes, broadcasting is not racing, but I still have to keep these days open and without scheduling them for other stuff, and it's just a little bit exhausting even for me, and I only have to talk about what you see on screen. And because we had Baku 2 weeks ago, now we have Singapore, and in 2 weeks time we will have Kota, and all of them are great tracks. I mean, for my taste speaking, I would have left either Baku or Singapore on the table and ditched the other, because both are pretty similar street tracks.
Well,
Baku is maybe a little more exciting than Singapore, from my perspective, and then just go straight to Kota, because these two street circuits, yes, they are iconic, they are nice to drive, and it's great that we now have these updated tracks in TSU. But from a schedule perspective, it's just too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to have, as far as I know, they wanted to have, and with they I mean J-Benz and McVision, they wanted to have some sort of like a triple header stuff, but
everybody gets miserable.
Yeah, but like it was quite difficult to sort of figure out which tracks they would have picked for it, and some tracks were left out there, which were also quite interesting. Oh, Dremet with another mistake there, hit the wall there after the bridge. Damn, I don't think Dremet is pleased with the race, but he also told me before the race that he had a bad feeling about it because he hadn't practiced at all and wasn't quite optimistic for it. But yeah, to come back to the story, they had somehow come up with something to have some sort of triple header stuff, and they felt like that Baku and Singapore were some, as you said, like some iconic tracks which have this street circuit feeling and were quite difficult and demanding. So yeah, they wanted to include those tracks, and for me, I was as well. Like when I figured out that Singapore would be this week, I was like, damn, like why did I think it's like in 2 weeks time? And that also
same for me.
That also somehow put me off, and that's also one of the reasons why I haven't practiced at all. And also, yeah, as you mentioned before, I had some difficult 4 weeks. So yeah, last 4 weeks. So yeah, I didn't feel. That's also one of the reasons why I actually underperformed in Baku as well. One of the reasons, but the other reason is I was just crap as well. But yeah, moving on.
Definitely. I mean, for me,
the race. To get back to the race, like currently, Kosandri is sort of chasing McVision there. McVision has to focus quite a lot there to not make a mistake and not get gobbled up by Kosandri.
He's definitely very much under pressure there in his Sauber, struggling on his medium tires more and more. He's down to 52%. We are at lap 13, and
Kosandri will go. And Kosandri will go lap 13, so he will come in probably in lap 16, maybe 16ish.
16, 17, 18.
Yeah. So and Kosandri has still a way to go there with the hard tires because they are on different strategies. So Kosandri cannot afford to get hold up there.
But with McVission's mediums approaching below 50%, Now the hards, even the used hards, are definitely the faster tires at the moment. So McVision even has a harder time to
What
keep
is?
it in front.
What
But
did you say is the
currently,
tire life of McVision?
50% mediums.
So and Charged has 43, and he's quite quite
It's
the
just
way ahead.
43?
Yeah, 42% currently
Oh,
charged.
Charged nearly crashed
Okay.
just there.
So yeah, it's interesting to see all those tire differences. Like either way, either a Charge is using the tires quite heavily there. Like he's probably braking quite a lot, braking hard maybe, who knows. And the other ones are using their tires a little bit less there, and that meaning that they are
But also Nestori is at 43%.
maybe they're not pushing it quite to the limit. Yeah, Nestori as well. Like they are pushing it to the limit. McVision is.
Oh, takes a bit of the slowdown. I think that's it. That's it. Oh no, Grandi couldn't get past. That is. Oh no.
Or maybe McVision is probably saving tires. Ooh, that might be some spicy strategy move there if that is true.
That's why he moved past to let Iggy pass.
Yeah.
Because McVision wants to conserve his tires. Have maybe there's a shorter hard stint at the end.
Probably. So that he has better tires towards the end. That might be true. Yes, why not?
But Iggy is also in 44% medium.
Yes. They
McVision, but now McVision is at 45. I
Okay.
don't know. It doesn't make sense. To
I
me
mean,
right
but
now.
still, 45 in comparison to Charge was 37, so it's quite a difference. Quite a difference there, if you ask me.
True. But maybe it's
At least one lap
charged
difference.
goes so much to the max.
Yeah.
To the max Verstappen. Maybe he just uses more of the tire.
Yeah.
And
As I
the thing
said.
for me is that we are approaching lap 15. We should have a look at potential pit stops. Darren was in the pit lane. He
Yeah.
switched to new hards.
Was he?
but-
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, he is on 100% hards. That doesn't happen if you have driven for 50.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Darren might go towards the end with the hard tires. So
Probably.
I assume one
he
more.
was the one complaining in chat that these strategies are not.
Oh,
not
Nestori
doable.
is in the pits, is going for the hard tires just right now as we speak. Nestori is in the pits, so he went onto the hard tires. Now, dangerous pit exit over here. You cannot cut. I think this is amazing work by Igiava. I have to say, I like what he did to this track. It's just beautiful. I love the details.
Interestingly, Nestori exited in very clean air. Kosandri is 3 seconds off of him.
This-
Tremett is 4 seconds away from him. So he has the best time currently
Yeah.
to prepare his outlap, get everything going, and then probably, I mean, Kosandri right off the bat won't so easily pit, maybe in 2-3 laps.
And we have Aryan as well, pitting for the hard tires, coming in.
Oh,
And Charged coming in as well.
Yuki them with another wall hit.
Charged is on 31% of medium tires. Taxivator and Grandi obviously going further. This is not helping Grandi nor Taxivator if they keep fighting for position. So yeah, they need to kind of help each other to sort of give them both slipstream and not sort of fight. This is bad for Nestori as well, because Kosandri is not coming in at least for another 10 laps or so. And McVision pitted as well.
The hard tire life is given to us by Igiava Pirelli. Is like 18 to maybe maximum 20 laps.
Yuki went onto the soft tires. Quite interesting strategy.
What?
So Yuki went onto the soft tires. He might come in for a medium stint at the end. Who knows? And he is currently chasing McVision, but McVision already covered him because McVision has the hard tires, as well as Igiava. And the time difference between Igiava and McVision is huge. Okay. And Igiava currently chasing down. I don't know what happened to McVision. Maybe he had a mistake coming into the pits or whatever. We have to look it up in the analysis afterwards. But Dremet is now in front of Igiava. Obviously, he hasn't pitted yet, but still, I hope Dremet will definitely make way there and yield for Igiava.
They are. Yeah. They maybe aren't the fastest team today, but they are certainly the most well coordinated.
Yes, yes. Oh, attack from attack from Nestori on Kosandri. Ooh, okay. He made the move stick on the outside, now has the inside. And sorry, Paladin, for interrupting you, but that was a move.
Good. That was important. Some action going on at least.
Yes.
Yeah, what I wanted to highlight is that Charged got a very good pit stop and he exited in front of Kosandri, and he can just now, sorry for the pun, charge back to the lead of the race.
Yes.
Because Grandi certainly has to pit in a couple of laps, 3 laps more, yeah, definitely.
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
But 44% tires is like driving on ice-laced chewing gum.
Well, I think Grandi and Taxivator need to go down to at least 35, or at the like in the area of 35%, and then come into the pits, because everything else, like, they cannot go 17 laps on the medium tires. It's
this is super risky, because meanwhile Charged now in free air, he has Charged with a little nick there on the wall, but nothing major.
Yeah, but you know, Charged will have bad tires towards the end, and they will have slightly better tires towards the end.
Charged with shortcut penalty.
Yeah, this is
that every time.
That is not good for his race.
Maybe not that much used to the hard tires.
I think here Grandi is just 1 second and constantly 1 second behind Taxivator. He doesn't want to either attack, and he doesn't want to pressure Taxivator, and he doesn't want to fight him, because he knows they will lose time if he does. I guess he's cooling down the engine as well, and he wants to have some clean air.
The question is, can't he get any pass any closer, or does he want to? Because from what I am seeing is that both Tax and both Grandi are struggling quite on their tires.
Yeah, the tires are smoking, definitely. There is smoke coming up.
Both of them are trying to manage the race and don't focus too much currently
on fights,
closing the gap. So, and I think this is not very deliberate here, what we're seeing. That it's just an outcome.
I know. I just wanted to make some up. I just wanted to make some story up there, but just to keep to spike the interest.
Here on Into the Happen, we only report facts.
Okay.
Just kidding.
No. But yeah, like, no matter what it is, what they are doing, Charged is definitely strong there, and he already closed the
pit lane.
Yeah, Taxivator into the pits.
He's staying out one more.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that is the right call, but it has to be the right call, because medium tires for Taxivator. Taxivator, okay, sticking with the medium tires.
He was on hards.
But Kosandri overtook Taxivator with this move.
What?
Yeah, Kosandri slipped into P4, but he needs to pit one more time. Yes. But for Kosandri, it's important, because he was, or he is trying to undercut McVision, or in this case overcut, because he was quite close to McVision before McVision pitted. So Kosandri with a slight mistake there, he somehow rode the wall. He needs to stay out of any sort of fight, and guess he might come in at the end of this lap. If Taxi Vader stays calm, he might not even have to fight Kosandri, because Kosandri will come in into the pits. And yeah, if maybe Taxi Vader gets him now.
Now into the pit lane.
Wait.
The crazy thing is that shortly before Grandi entered the pit lane, charge was 1 second.
Watch Grandi now, because Taxi Vader is coming around the penultimate corner, and it's now a battle between Taxi Vader and Grandi. Ooh, the undercut is real. So Taxi Vader gained even a little bit there on Grandi.
That was a fantastic move. That
Yes.
was a fantastic move. They had 1 second between each other, and now it's 1.1.
Yeah.
So Taxi Vader with the outlap, he gained definitely a little bit.
Yes, but towards the end, Grandi will have the slightly better tires. Don't forget that.
One lap hard tires doesn't make a
it's-
lot of difference.
It might actually be the difference that Grandi needs if this is the case, because if he keeps up the gap like around 1 second, that one extra lap that Grandi did now without losing a lot of time will help him towards the end, because don't underestimate that one lap that he did extra on the other compound. It will come in handy probably towards the end, but we will see. We will see. And that is if Grandi keeps it clean without making any mistakes. So he has to bring up his tires to the right temperature.
Yeah. Iron now getting left by Charge. I hope he plays along. And yes, he does. Very nice. Good
Good job.
He actually crashed a little bit.
Ah, damn. I mean, it is already difficult as it is with this track and these cars, and you know, for him to race for the first time this sort of, and Yuki went as well into the pits now for the medium tires. He was overtaken now by Dremet. Now he has to fight Dremet towards the end, and Dremet and Yuki are on the same compound, while Yuki has the slightly better tires.
Definitely. What didn't work was the overcut for Kosandari, because McVision is now in front of him.
Oh, okay.
With, yes, older hearts,
Yeah.
but Kosandari has to close the gap now from like 9 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Okay, 9 seconds is quite a lot there, actually.
Maybe he crashed also. Maybe it's this outlap, but
Yeah.
9 seconds doesn't work out.
Yeah, Dremet now kind of gaining on Darren. That is also a interesting battle, because Darren will have the older tires towards the end, and Darren already has let me see quickly. Darren has 72% of tire life, while Dremet has 93, so it will definitely be a huge difference there. But we will see.
Of course. Oh, Darren with the shortcut into the first corner.
Yeah, I don't. This short.
That impactful.
Yes, it's not hurting a lot, actually, if you ask me. Like, I think that people are actually using that shortcut to sort of have a better lap time.
You could, but the slowdown kicks in a little later, so you still get a small penalty on the re-acceleration on the main straight, or on the back straight. Let's call it this.
Yeah.
And yeah, but currently the racing.
You know, Nestor is trying to lap Aryan. Let's see, Aryan probably, yeah, Aryan is already looking in his mirror. He was giving, yeah, he took actually, this is like, come on, like he gets the fair play award tonight. He even took the shortcut penalty to let Nestori pass, like, holy.
Yeah, that was very nice of him. Very well done, good execution there.
Yep, true. Meanwhile, Taxi Vader and Grandi still separated by only 1 second, 1.5 seconds.
Darren again, because Darren, I think, got a slowdown penalty out of the last corner.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, so I don't think Darren will catch Dremet anymore, because Dremet has the tire advantage.
I even think that Darren will go for another pit stop.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
I think he comes in at the end, takes on takes on some softs, and tries to see what he can salvage from that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he can only defend against Yuki then because Remet will be gone. I mean, there is quite. I'm not sure what the time loss is during the pit stop, but I would assume it's around 10 to 15 seconds,
Yeah,
maybe even
probably.
more. Yeah, 15 seconds, even like more than 10 seconds. But yeah. Yeah, the race kind of
Died a little bit.
died there a little bit because the gaps
I
got.
mean, it's interesting, but
Yeah.
Nestle and Charged are 7 seconds apart. Then we have 5 seconds to Taxivator, who
And-
has, yes, only 1.6 seconds to Grandi, but from the rest of the race, we know how the fight between Taxivator and Grandi was,
Yes.
and it's nothing really happening. Then we have Igiyama, 4 seconds to car in front, 3 seconds.
Taxivator about to lap Aryan. Let's see. Aryan already making space there for Taxivator, but still, even though he's yielding towards Taxivator, you never know what might happen, and even like Aryan might get out of his way there, but he might hit the wall, and then anything can happen. You never know. Like
last race in Baku, we saw some questionable blue flags.
Yeah.
Blue flags applied there. I think there was maybe a little not miscommunication, but a misunderstanding between the drivers there on track. But I still thought it was.
Oh, Aryan actually
little bit
giving now the
unnecessary.
slipstream to Grandi, but even though, ooh,
There
oh,
was a
he
little bit of
needs
a
to,
brake lock from
he needs to
Taxivator.
give, he needs to let Grandi go. Oh, yeah, okay, now he
Yeah,
did.
he does now.
Yeah, like he helped Grandi there a little bit with the slipstream, but actually, then the next two corners he sort of slowed him down there a little bit, but unintentionally, obviously. Like,
Yeah, true. Ooh, Darren is close to Yuki now, or closer. Let's stick with them for a while.
yep, I'm going to watch just to see where Charged is on the track. Yeah, he's like gone by at least 10 codes against his own teammate, who is just now into turn 1, 2, and 3 now.
Yeah,
And-
he's like
And
two corners ahead or something like this.
and it feels like that. Yeah, Taxivator and Taxivator, Nestori, and Grandi are sort of separated almost by the same amount, even though definitely Nestori is a bit further away from Taxivator than Taxivator being away from Grandi, but still, I am looking currently at the three of them, and it feels like as if they are almost at the same distance towards each other. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Is anyone going to do any mistake like Nestori? Does he feel the pressure from Taxivator or not? Is Taxivator going to feel the pressure from Grandi because Grandi is waiting for a mistake of Taxivator? Then because also Grandi has, and let's not forget, has the better tires towards the end. Let's see. Grandi needs to stay just in that 1 second gap there, and Aryan, Igiyama was
Getting
not.
told by Igiyama to move over.
Yeah, Igiyama was not pleased there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably some minor blocking going on.
Yeah,
in turn 1.
but so
not
far,
turn
I
one.
haven't
Yeah,
seen
this one.
anything bad from Aryan. Aryan was so far quite the opposite of bad. He was quite good actually,
Right.
having.
Iggy even saying thanks. That's nice.
Yes. Maybe it was just a precaution, there for,
Could also be, yeah. Dude, if you switch to instead of intervals to gap to leader, the race looks really
not
interesting.
optimistic. Yeah, but to be honest, I still think it is. I still think it is because you never know what might happen. Some
Yeah,
glitch
true,
or
true.
some.
I
Even
have-
though we don't have that in
watched
TSU.
More boring Grand Prix this year right to the end. Japan comes to mind from me.
Yeah.
It was a snooze fest this year.
Yes.
What else? Wow, most of the Grand Prix this year delivered.
Yeah, actually,
like.
Zandvoort was, to me, one of the best ones, if you ask me. Like, my personal favorite, sort of. I don't know.
Zandvoort was pretty good. I mean, lately Baku was weird, kind of, in my
Yes.
opinion, but it was nice with the crazy podiums. I think probably Silverstone was the best this year for me.
Yes, true. And Silverstone.
Was crazy good.
Yeah. As well with some of the unexpected pole positions. I think Yuki had the pole position or something like that. I'm not sure.
We are talking TSU. I meant in real life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, okay. Then real life F1.
I mean, because TSU speaking, most boring this year was Baku, definitely.
Yeah.
So far, Singapore might take the K.
No. Singapore is actually interesting, to be honest. The problem with Singapore and Baku is that it somehow is in a weird time slot, I guess, because last race we have missed a couple of players like Hendrik Stealth and many others. I'm not sure if Yuki or Jormeli was there, or if some of the other guys as well. Like
Last race we were 16 players. This race we are 12. And
Yeah.
I think this alone tells you that the triple header is not working.
Yeah.
And I also think that if we have next race even less players, then we should get really concerned, in my opinion.
Java and yeah. Sorry. Keep talking.
Because having here a race with only eight players or something like this in these tracks with these cars, is just, in my opinion, and I don't want to people to misinterpret it, but it's a waste of time, basically. Just to choose very harsh words for maybe not so harsh scenario.
Yeah.
The thing for me with the TSU Grand Prix is that they all were kind of unpredictable.
Okay.
I think you are correct. Zandvoort really was actually maybe the best this year
Yeah.
so far. Australia was also kind of interesting.
It was the first race, probably that's why. And we were just adjusting there. Darren disconnected. Oh. Whatever happened to Darren? Yeah, that's what I said. Like I heard some weird crashes. Like, where is he on the track?
Maybe struggling with connection.
Yeah,
He's parked in on the harbor side and the.
Oh yeah, I see it.
before
I
the
see it.
bridge.
Yeah, I see it. Damn, but it's not a good position in my opinion. He shouldn't have.
I just realized that Igiyama has recreated the hotel with a ship on top.
Yes, he is.
This is so funny.
There is some weird. I'm not sure if there is some sort of Easter eggs here, but
I mean, there are two big Tic Tacs, definitely. Apart from this,
no, I'm not sure if he created.
it looks like that Darren. I don't know,
But there is some markings on the bridge, on top, hovering above the turn 1 and 2. But yeah, Taxi Vader and Grande is still quite.
Hello?
Yeah. Well, wait. Oh, there is some alarm going on.
Oh no.
Somewhere, like the fire department, I guess, has to come out at some point now. Oh, Nestori! What happened? Nestori, Taxi Vader, and Grande somehow are now quite close to each other. As I told you, this is going to be.
I hate when you are correct, but quite close to each other is
I
an
mean,
understatement in my
to
opinion. It's
be
1
on,
second. You
no,
need to
no.
be.
To me, this is close because I see it from a racing point, from a racer's point of view, and this is just
Former Aston Martin
Wha-
racing point.
one slight mistake there, and this actually, you seeing your opponent in front of you there, is actually kind of
You a
motivating.
It gives
Yes,
you a psychological boost, definitely.
yes,
But to overtake here, you need to be closer to than like point 0.2.
but as soon as I said it, Nestor is somehow
Don't
pulling away again. Like, what the hell is
see
going
this
on?
happening.
What is going on between them here? Like,
Isn't also getting
closer to
closer
Igiava,
there
yeah.
to
Oh, quite close
Stanley
there.
now lapping.
Yeah. Yeah, the P5 will be a battle between
Here.
P5 will be a battle between the teammates, but teammates won't attack each other that hard.
Do you think that McVision is now calling the team police to
I don't.
order Igiava behind him?
No. I think Igiava. I mean, unless Igiava,
Both
as
on the same strategy. They have both the same tires, and McVision led Igiava through to push forward, and Igiava didn't deliver.
yeah, true,
So,
but
in my opinion, it's time to reswap.
oh no, shortcut there for Taxivader through turn 1.
Ah, sad.
But he is getting closer, and I guess Taxivader is now slightly trying to have that psychological advantage to his advantage there. He is actually applying some pressure there to Nestori. Nestori needs to keep it clean. He cannot afford any sort of mistake, not even a slightest shortcut or a slightest wall ride or whatever. He needs to stay focused. And yeah, Taxivator as well needs to be clean. Now, it's very critical as well, because for him now it's also critical because of the slightly worse tires in comparison to Grandi. Yeah, Grandi needs to make a little bit more of a push there in order to
What are we
attack.
talking? So Nestori has hard 39%.
Yeah, but Nestor is struggling.
Has mediums 38% and Grandi has 42% mediums. So I think like, yeah, of course they are all struggling. They are on very true tires, but I think the worst
Taxivader.
here is definitely Taxivader
Yes.
with the very old mediums.
Yes.
I think Grandi actually now in the last 2 laps can actually maybe use his advantage
Yes.
a little bit at
Yes.
least.
Yes.
But yeah, Nestori,
Oh, Nestori is
up a little
locking.
bit,
Yeah.
getting over the track, all over the place. He is struggling. But
Yes.
37% hard tires is a bargain.
Yes.
It's very annoying to drive with them, and I get why he's struggling definitely.
Oh yeah, he needs
If you
to.
look at the Sauber boys are still at it. McVision now 0.34
Yes.
behind Ikiava. Will this be our final overtake of
I
the
guess.
race?
I guess McVision is cool as it gets, and I think. I mean, if
I
Igiava.
don't think McVision wants the position back.
No.
He wants to fight for it.
McVision will take
wants
the
to try
position. McVision will take the position. Like, he is so cool doing it. Like, he's calm. He's composed. Like, he like McVision is somehow like, you know, he rarely does a mistake, and if he does, then it's probably some other technical issue. But having him in the back there, as Igiava has, probably is not pleasant, and Igiava might do a mistake there, maybe not.
Yeah, true. No matter if it's your teammate or not.
Yeah.
You still feel the pressure there. Ikiava at the moment pulling away a little bit because McVision had some disadvantaged or corners that didn't go fully his way.
Grandi on his last sort of. Grandi has his last ditch attempt here towards the penultimate corners, or penultimate corner. Like, this is the last ditch effort here, like that he can do. And sorry, Charge, that I haven't watched the finish entry there, but let's see. Congrats to Nestori.
So
Damn, Grandi and Taxivator. Holy shit, that is some battle.
McVison let Igiyama go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite nice there from McVison.
Maybe also slow down penalty, but
yeah, Kosandari P7 Dramet actually.
It was a very intense finish between Taxivator and Grandi.
Dramet and Yuki having a fight there as well towards the end, but yeah, Yuki won't be able to catch Dramet. I guess Dramet, that was some damage. What do you call it? Damage control there, yeah. And Aryan, congrats for finishing a whole race at Singapore, 37 laps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Congrats to everyone.
Yeah. Here we have the final results.
Yeah.
Charged in P1 with a 1:12 dead. This is a great fastest lap.
Yeah.
Charged with first position, obviously. Then Nestori comes in behind. The Taxivator in P3, very closely fought with Grandi in P4, then Igiyama in P5. McVison in P6, Kosandari P7, Dramet P8, Yuki P9, Radi P10. Radi scoring actually a point again for Audi. That is great. Aryan in P11, finishing his first race. That is also very nice. And Darren, obviously, we saw his retirement. Very sad for him, but he still did a great job. Fantastic racing.
Yeah.
They're all together. So yeah, congratulations to Charged for winning the race. These points are not representative that you see on screen. They are purely for setting the right stuff up. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me, helping me stay awake.
Anytime.
I guess.
Anytime. I enjoyed it as well. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
But yeah, good night.
Good night. Are you doing the?
I will do.
What is it called?
I will do the post-race analysis. That in quotes analysis. Just right now after the race.
Okay. Then let me quickly link your.
Yeah.
Your stream.
Thank you.
Here.
I was having it on private the whole time. So I have now kept it locked away, and now I just unlocked it for everyone to watch, to be able to watch. So I can do a smooth transition from your stream to my stream. Then.
So very. That's a very smooth operator, you would say.
Yes. No, I didn't want the viewers to go to my stream, so I wanted to have the viewers at your stream, because I say you do a fantastic job, and I am so thankful that you are doing it.
Thank you so much.
And I love the dedication and passion that you put behind everything that you do. So please keep it up. I know you're tired, as we all are, but still, I don't think.
I actually, can I tell this really quick?
Yes.
I actually pre-slept today.
Okay.
Like around 7. I said to my wife, I'm going to bed for half an hour. I grabbed the cat as a real life plushie, I guess.
Okay.
Because the cat was annoying, and she laid down with me. I slept for like half an hour or something like this, and it was actually a little bit refreshing, but it did not fully help. Next time I need to do a full hour maybe.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you're tired, then you're tired, then there is no way around it. But yeah, again, as I said, like, you are quite something else there, and I don't think it would.
Thank you.
I don't think it would have been as much as interesting as it like, you know, with your stream, it's kind of giving that the little bit extra that we need to kind of spice it up, because the comments are interesting, the way you think the races go is interesting, to have a different perspective onto the race, to shed a different light on it. Because if I'm talking all the time and, you know, somebody else or whatever, like, it's almost the same opinions every time, but like with having you, you are sort of neutral, and the way you are sometimes direct to some of us, and say, you know, you're the no bullshit guy. So
Yeah,
that is what I like, and keep up
that's
that good
good.
work.
Thank
So
you
yeah,
so much. So have fun with the race analysis.
yeah, thanks.
Sniper, thank you also for your work there.
Yeah,
It's very helpful, I think, for a lot of people to go over the stuff once more, talk about the situations, vent maybe a little bit. Always a pleasure to have it.
yeah, thanks.
Anyway, I'm going to bed now. Have a great time still streaming, Cyber.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, see you maybe on the next one, either
Yeah,
on the racetrack or on the broadcast again,
yeah,
depending on what you like to do.
I'll be happy to be there. Yes, thanks. See you there then,
Nice.
and see you
All
on
right.
OSCR. Yeah,
Oh yeah, true. Next week, Charlotte Rover.
yeah, that will be
That will be
spicy,
something, I guess.
spicy.
I'm already practicing, but it's a track I have to say. I think I'll struggle a lot with that. But we will see. We will see.
You're the next one
Okay,
in line
Cyber.
to win. Yeah, take care, man. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, stream. Bye.
Okay, now we are back to the race analysis. I hope you have a fun time watching it. You can, by the way, please go ahead. I didn't have time to set it up nicely there, but go ahead and watch if you haven't. Into the Hairpin, casted by Paladin, and I sort of tried to co-cast with him. But yeah, I've done as well a fly by and fly over the racetrack while he was talking as well, and I'm commenting as well and talking with him. So yeah, so you have my point of view, his point of view, whatever you like, but go ahead please and watch his broadcast. I think he's doing an amazing job. But yeah, to be back here, Charged, Nestori, Taxivader, Grandi, Dramet, Mekvizen, Igiava, Kosandari, Darren, Aryan, Grosjean, I'm saying already, Yuki and Radi. So yeah, in this case, the qualifying, we had only 12 drivers on the grid, which is a shame. I didn't feel personally that well to be racing in terms of my psyche, and also like mentally and physically didn't feel that particularly well to race, and I didn't want to be a burden to anyone here on the track. So then also, yeah, I haven't practiced a lot, and actually, yeah, like there is quite a lot actually going on in the background. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm not racing. But apart from that, the qualifying was interesting in terms of qualifying 2, because qualifying 1 we had to skip because of lack of players or drivers in this case. And in the second qualifying, Q2, Darren had an amazing lap time by 1 minute 12 seconds, 0.3 something. He qualified third on the grid in Q2, and I was actually amazed that he qualified that high, because he usually does a good qualifying, but and he's strong in the race, but like the qualifying, when he is putting it together in Q3, then he's obviously doing well, but lately in Q3 he's always sort of underperforming. So yeah, to go ahead, Charged, Nestori, Taxivator as well, very strong performance from him. Grandi sort of slightly underperforming tonight. Dramet peaked in Q3. Mekvizen, Igiava, the Sauber boys, yeah, sort of like formation flight there. Kosandari, Darren, Aryan, Yuki, and Radi. Let's go. I think the race was quite fair, especially during the first lap, but we will see. I don't think I have missed anything important, but we can watch. So yeah, as you can see, charged, Randy, there was some slight pushes over there. I mean, it's nothing that much, except you will maybe see now here Darren and Yuki, I think, they sort of touched. Then unlucky for Yuki there that he had to sort of, like here, he touched into Darren and Darren touched like his car, but luckily they didn't get stuck there. Now here is the difficult part, the over and under, the move there, sort of made Yuki go into the wall, which then led Darren to, like, he had to leave some space there as well, and Radi overtook him for a short time, but got overtaken immediately by Darren into the next turn. And the thing is, like here, this corner is quite tricky with the braking because the field is still bunched up, and apart from the top three guys, it went smoothly, but here Dremet and Grandi sort of slightly tangled. But still nothing out of the ordinary. I wouldn't say it was unfair, except the part that happened in the back there with Darren and Radi. Darren slightly pushed Radi there out of his way, then Radi pushed back, obviously here, but not intentionally, it was rather due to the push of Arjen, who didn't expect Radi to brake that early. And then Radi overtook Darren. Then this is quite difficult to follow because of how quickly it changes. And here Darren was put into the wall by Radi. Radi took the chance and overtook him. And then Darren closed the door there for Yuki. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that, but obviously Darren wanted to sort of, cover his position there, and he had all the right to it. But the move from Arjen was sort of unnecessary there, and he bumped into Yuki, which then, on the other hand, put Yuki slightly on the back foot. Now this is what I wanted to see here. If there was a bum draft going on here. Because if it was, then I wouldn't, like, if that is a bum draft, then I think there was some bum drafting over there, and this is no, it was not actually. Sorry, there was no bum drafting, I guess. Let's see. Maybe camera 5. No, there was no. Yeah, here was some slight bum drafting. I don't know if that is okay or not. I mean, it definitely is not okay, but yeah. Let's see. This one was quite boring because of a slowdown at the start until I did a Russell towards the end, lap 33, I believe. Yeah, I saw. Starting with hards was a mistake. McVision and Igiava got away with fresh hards, and I could catch them with the mediums at the end. Yeah, smart move by Darren, honestly. Yeah, and then Punk. Again, let's see. I mean, this is what I at least noticed in the beginning of the race when I was watching along with Paladin. So that was the only sort of action going on in the back, and that is the reason why I sort of am now focusing on Darren. This has nothing to do with him personally. So yeah. Let's see. So we have Charged in front. Nestori, I thought like Charged had some issues in getting up to pace because Nestori was quite easily following him, as well as Taxivator and Grandi. I believe that maybe the hard tires were performing better than expected, which sort of put me on the back foot there as well, because later on we will see that it actually wasn't the case. I'm not sure where Dremet lost the position to McVision, but let's see, maybe here. Oh yeah, McVision, okay, McVision got close over here, and then maybe Dremet figured out that he should let pass McVision, and yeah, here maybe it happened. Yeah, oh, Dremet actually, yeah, Dremet had a slightly worse exit than McVision. McVision already coming closer due to the slipstream effect, and then over here obviously he overtook Dremet. Dremet nicely done there, let his teammate pass without losing a lot of time there. Now let's stay focused here for a little bit on Dremet, because Dremet will mess up somewhere. I'm not sure where, but he is at some point at the end of let's see, did he get a shortcut penalty over here? Because Dremet will at the end will end up somewhere. Yeah, shortcut penalty, okay. Yeah, this is bad for Dremet. And Dremet will end up somewhere at the back of the grid. Okay, Gava says it happened in turn 16. Okay. Anyway, let's stay close. Igiava as well, having a very nice race tonight. Congrats Igiava on that one. Congrats to everyone. Charge, Nestori and Taxivator especially. Taxivator outperforming Grandi there slightly. But yeah, Igiava as well, nice pace. First of all, no big mistakes there by Igiava during this race tonight. And as soon as he wasn't doing any mistakes, he was already quick enough to be in front of McVision. McVision also letting him through at some point. I believe he thought that Igiava might have more pace than McVision himself. Yeah. Oh yeah, with this result I got past Jono in the standings, but Taxivator goes past me after his P3, yeah. So yeah, let's see. Well, the field at this point, like I was watching the front there a little bit, the field at this point was still close to each other, and Taxivator and Grandi, I believe Taxivator had the same sort of faith as Nestori last time around on Baku, where Grandi was following Nestori there. I must admit, Grandi, a very fair driver as well. Like, there was no sort of incident or push or whatever in order to overtake, even if he had a chance. So yeah, congrats to him as well. And also I have to point out that Arjen, the new guy, he was fantastic in terms of overall awareness, because he was aware of all the cars behind him and in front of him, and he knew where to go to the side and where to sort of let the leaders pass, which is quite good there from him. Congrats on that. Oh wait, Igiava made a move there on Dremet. Where is it? Damn it. Why am I so out of focus there? Okay, Igiava overtaking here Dremet. Dremet actually letting some space there for Igiava. Maybe he did it on purpose, maybe not. But Igiava took it anyway, and now staying in front of Dremet. The medium tires probably performing better than the hard tires in case of Dremet. And Dremet maybe regretting his decision now, because it let him fall back further and further. And oh, and this is the mistake. Oh, damn it. Damn, this is the stupid mistake here. Without this mistake, he might have had a better race. Yeah, it's a shame. And Yuki and Darren, in meantime, fighting there for P8. I think there will be some fights over here, which will not be as good. And Darren, I mean, when I say not as good, I mean they will be a bit fierce. And Darren, after some time, will leave the race. I'm not sure why. Maybe he was unsatisfied with the performance, knowing that he scored P3 in Q2 and messed up in Q3, which then made him go backwards on the grid when he was underperforming. And then, yeah, here, this mistake from Darren was sort of costly, but I don't understand the way he defends over here, pushing Remet sort of towards the wall. Let's see, so he was correcting his mistake, and then here, slightly defending quite aggressively there against Remet. I wouldn't say that was fair, because Remet lost some speed there and couldn't overtake. Obviously Darren had to steer towards the track, but still sort of cut off there Remet, and Remet might have not liked it, not sure. But yeah. And then meanwhile we have Igiava following closely there, which is also quite interesting to see. Igiava following closely there McVision. I mean, it doesn't look as close, but it is actually quite close if you consider driving on this track and trying to keep up with the top guys there who have some incredible pace without any sort of mistake, not even the slightest. So yeah, good job there, I guess, from Igiava. Igiava now only 0.7 seconds, 0.6 seconds away from McVision. 0.5, 0.4. Yeah, so yeah, McVision now feeling the pressure from Igiava behind, which I don't know why. I don't know if McVision struggled. The overtake will happen in lap 7. Yeah, true. I know that you will follow McVision for quite some time until McVision then gave the position away and yielded. Either he gave the position away or you overtook him fair and square, but I believe McVision didn't want to hold you up there, which is also quite fair. So yeah, it's interesting performance. Meanwhile, Grandi as well, applying some pressure there on Taxivator. Taxivator doesn't budge there at all. And it was quite interesting to see that Taxivator, with the hard tires, was able to follow Nestori there for some time. And the gap between Grandi, Taxivator and Nestori wasn't as huge. And now let's focus there a little bit on Charged, because now Charged is just 4 seconds away from 4.3 seconds away from Nestori. And in the beginning it didn't look as if Charged was as quick as he would have been afterwards in the race. I thought maybe he had some issues, maybe lag, or maybe some, I don't know, steering input issues or whatever. But I guess he needed the first couple of laps just to adapt to the track again, because qualifying, hot lapping and racing is quite different, even though it's the same track. And you cannot allow the opponent to be close and to give them the opportunity to kind of attack you. So Charged probably use the first 3 laps to just adapt to the track, to the new situation and circumstances. And afterwards he was just gone. Yeah, like you don't see him anymore. Like he is already in the next sector, so to say. As you can see, he's already putting up a 1 minute 12 flat. Yeah, Charge doing his best and doing what he does best, which is go fast. And yeah, Igiava actually made the move on McVision. Let's see. I believe McVision let him pass here somewhere. Yeah, here. McVision. Oh no, wait. Let me see. What was that? Was that a slowdown maybe from McVision? So here's McVision. Oh, it was a slowdown. I thought McVision let you pass because you had some performance there. And you will see that after this sort of incident, Igiava run slightly away there from McVision. I mean, it was still in the realm of like 2-3 seconds, I think, during the race, but still it was slightly quicker than McVision, which sort of surprised me as well. I thought maybe McVision gave him the position because he figured he was quicker and he wants to catch and hunt down the cars in front, but actually it was a mistake. Okay, well then I guess still congrats to Zauber because you played it well as a team, and yeah, congrats to you, Igiava, for taking the opportunity when you got it. So okay, that's that. That's the mystery solved, and now let's get back to Grandi and Taxivator. And this is a picture that you will see throughout the whole race where Taxivator is sort of running away from Grandi there, trying to sort of stay on the track, precise, without any sort of shortcuts and any sort of mistakes, because they are on a different tire strategy as in comparison to Nestori and Charged, and it was crucial to stay as close as possible to Nestori so that they have maybe an undercut, or in this case an overcut going on there for them. Because Nestori would come in a little bit earlier than Taxivator and Grandi, and it was not helping Taxivator nor Grandi to fight each other. So I was joking that Grandi might have, you know, let Taxivator go there for a bit to cool off his engine so that he doesn't follow him closely there due to overheating issues and stuff like that. And yeah, but apparently Taxivator just had an amazing pace tonight. Congrats to that. This is what we need. We need something like this to sort of spice up the championship, to have some unexpected drivers coming up on top and onto the podium when we don't expect it. And Grandi, obviously the closest championship contender there with and follower of Charged, comes in second, I guess, or was it Nestori? I'm not sure. Forgive me if I if I have a mistake there, but like Charged, for him this is quite well because Grandi is in P4 and Charged can sort of relax and ease off a little bit, but again, Charged, as you can see, is just now hitting a 5-second gap towards Nestori. And let's not fool ourselves, Nestori is not a slow driver. either. But charged is just that slightly bit more precise. And yeah, you can see what it makes a difference, or what the difference is then during the race with the times. But yeah, let's get back to this fight over here. It always seemed like as if Grandi would be able to attack at some point Taxivator in front of him, but he was never as close as, let's say, the others like McVision and Igiava, or Dremet when he was up there in the top 5, let's say top 6. And yeah, Cassandra already stating that starting on the hard tire was maybe a bad option because McVision and Igiava just had the slightly better tire performance in the beginning and could stay in front of him. Meanwhile, Yuki on a very weird strategy, as you will see later maybe during the race, because he ended up also switching from the medium tires onto the soft tires and then back to the medium tires again, I believe in the end. So yeah, Yuki is definitely one of those guys that went some extra crazy strategy there. And Remet, yeah, probably not the best of his days. I guess he ended up later on in the points. I think P8 was it, and at least some points gained and some points caught up there with the Williams guys, because Williams from J-Benz, he scored quite a lot of points in the last race, being I think P3 at the end, and or was it P? No, it was P5 maybe. I don't know, something, some huge points gain, and I believe this is sort of damage limitations from Sauber to gain as many points as possible to get the fight back towards Williams. By the way, all have you all at Into the Hairpin found all 3 funny Singapore GP moments references? Not sure if I did, but Singapore GP, this was 2008, I think. 2008 with the Renault Crashgate, I believe, if this is the case. Then from what I could see, there was some writing over here which says gap. I'm not sure. Oh, was it when George Russell hit the... This is when George Russell hit the, like, was it here this race? I'm not sure. Like when he went straight, he clipped the wall here somewhere and then went straight into the... Okay, and then the other one, I'm not sure if this is just a reference to something. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is. If this is anything. I don't know. Or is it on the Ferris wheel? I'm also not sure if it's somewhere over here. I remember you said something about the Ferris wheel, but I'm not sure if this is it. Factual description of events. Oh, wait, it was the Ferraris. Yes, I remember when Kimi and Vettel crashed, and Red Bull, I think it was something like that. Yeah, now I remember. But yeah, Vettel and Kimi squeeze Verstappen. Yeah. Now I remember. Okay, but let's go to the race. I think in 3 laps time we will have the first people coming in into the pit stop. Oh wait, what was the crash over there? There were some bumps and crashes and what have you. Ooh, was it here? No. Was it over there? I'm not sure. I heard some crashes somewhere. So Darren? Oh, it was Darren. Oh, that is the reason why Dremet overtook him. Okay. And now I understand why Dremet might have, not Dremet, but Darren might have felt the need to surrender and give up. Yeah, that's quite ugly there from his point of view. Yeah, he accelerated just too quickly there and then yeah, got overtaken there by Dremet. And then Darren, yeah. I can understand why he left the race now. I can understand. But yeah, apart from that, the race now sort of got into a... I wouldn't say stall status there, like there was no... Oh, Darren has a shortcut penalty. Like, the race was not boring at this point. It's just like, you know, we were waiting for the first couple of pit stops to see if there is maybe a different strategy, and Darren obviously here hitting the shortcut after his huge crash at the start finish line was not helping at all, and either fueled the emotions even more. Java here with a comfortable gap towards McVision, around 2 seconds, and then another 1.5 seconds or so towards McVision towards Kosandari, and Kosandari 1.5 seconds towards Yuki, which is quite nice to see. And then yeah, I think Grandi didn't even try to attack Taxivator over here, even though Taxivator has hit a slowdown penalty over here, as you will see. And this is the reason why Nestori got away again. Yeah, shortcut penalty over here for him. And then Taxivator was lucky that Grandi was slightly too far away there to have an impact on the race. And yeah, not even here was Grandi able to sort of stay close enough to make a move on Taxivator. Taxivator actually defending quite nicely. Yeah, blocking the inside, covering the outside later on towards the braking. And then here it's quite tricky to follow if you are pretty close to the car ahead. Yeah, Randy lifting there, trying to avoid any sort of contact with his opponent, which is quite nice to see because Randy is that very clean, fair racer. No sort of doubt about it. So I believe at the end of this lap, maybe at the end of the next lap, we will see the first people coming in into the pits. Oh, we have already some people at the pits. And it was, as I told you before, ooh, there were some interesting situations over here. Soft tires, medium tires. Ah, wait. So Yuki went on to soft tires, while Yuki went on to soft tires, and he wanted to have soft tires, but when he tried to leave the pit area, he sort of turned to the other side and then changed the medium tire. Oh no, now he realized his mistake. Now again, changing towards soft tires. This is so costly there for Yuki. Damn it. Costly, costly, costly there. Yuki could have had... Oh, and then Yuki had a shortcut penalty over here, probably. Oh, man, he didn't. Okay, interesting. Interesting, but okay. This explains why Yuki sort of struggled and only finished, I believe, P9 at the end. I got a shortcut myself. Yeah, I believe that. Let's see. I think Charged will come into the pits at the end of the next lap, and Nestori will end up pitting right now. I don't know why, but I thought it would be a good idea to do some fast laps with softs. I either hit the wall or took the shortcut every lap. Yeah. That is actually... yeah, that is actually quite difficult there from you, Yuki. Especially... I mean, if we had even more cars on the track, it would have been even worse probably for you, because the soft tires you end up having, and there it is, as you said, you end up being in the traffic all the time, which is not helping your race, and you need actually a clean race every time, like a clean lap every time. You cannot bother with traffic in your case if you are going for the soft stint, medium stint, soft stint sort of shenanigans. So yeah, Nestori coming out now out of the pits there, and he is going towards the end on these tires, believe it or not. This is insane how long the hard tires endure this race. Meanwhile, all the hard runners, or all the people running hard tires, are flushed into the front, as is Grandi and Taxivator right now when Charged actually went into the pits. And I heard some bumps and crashes over here while Charged is going into the pits. I'm not sure if it was Igiava or if it was McVision. Oh, it was McVision! I have missed this one. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is the reason why Kosandari all of a sudden was there where he was. So, and Igiava, let's see his pit entry over there. I heard during the race that there was some sort of like crash, but I couldn't figure out where it was. And then here Igiava went through the slowdown. Was it? Yeah, this is and this is sort of bitter, because if you are like you need all the speed that you can get when you are going into the pits, and then Mac mistake today. Yeah, I don't know, McVision. You can't seem to catch a break, man. You can't seem to catch a break. Yeah, I've seen the shortcuts, but I haven't seen and the crash. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, but when you go into the pits, you need sort of like all the speed that you can get, and then you get a shortcut, and then on top of the shortcut, you get this pit slowdown stuff. And yeah, Charged doing his first and final stop. Meanwhile, Igiava pitting together with McVision. Let's go back and look at that. Nestori gaining back the position. And meanwhile, Dramet overtaking his teammates who are on their first and final pit stop. Yeah, I don't know. It is difficult. It is difficult there if you have that sort of like it's quite difficult because you also wait. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is a difficult pit entry, to say the least. Yeah, it is quite difficult. What I wanted to say is it is quite difficult to have a clean race after you make a couple of mistakes because it sort of gets into your head, and if you cannot flush it out of your system, out of your head, then it might bother you even more and more and more, and then you start to make even more mistakes, and then yeah, it just gets frustrating, and that is probably one of the reasons why Darren also has quit the race. And this is what I said in at the beginning of Paladin's stream, that I hope that all the people are still running and going towards the end, because this track might be frustrating for some people. And yeah, we had all the guys on the medium tires coming in into the pits so far, and now it kind of got this race became like a stalemate. And yeah, the only thing is that Kosandari and Nestori were here fighting slightly, and Nestori was actually fighting his way through the field, didn't wait for Kosandari there to go into the pits, because it would have taken another 5 laps, I believe it was, from Kosandari. He was pitting at lap either 22, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It also didn't help that I had been awake for 16 hours before the race with 3 hours of sleep. Oh my god, Nestori, go to bed. What are you doing now? Like, go to bed, man, and take a rest. Yeah, charged. He is being on a, no pun intended, being on a charge over here. He is slowly but surely closing down the gap between himself and Grandi, and Grandi is not able to close the gap towards Taxi Raider. It was always around 0.8, 0.8 seconds, 1 second, 1.2 seconds. So it was always around that gap, and I think Grandi was hoping for a mistake from Taxi Raider, but Taxi Raider was just precise tonight, and it got clinical there by him to a point that he could defend against Grandi, who was also, even though he ended up being P4, was very strong. And then here we see Charged with another slowdown penalty. But I don't know, this is like dipping small droplets of water on a hot stone, sort of like that's how it feels for Charge, probably. But yeah, Nestori tried, and I believe he did everything in his power to sort of stay as close as possible to Charge, but it was just too difficult. Charged again on another level to everyone else. Like, if they found a way to sort of gain 1 or 2 tenths or whatever towards him, he would just do another hot lap session and then finds another almost half a second to the others, which is quite amazing. And yeah, now the standings are so hugely in our favor, I might start fighting against Charge in the last rounds. Yeah, you will see. I believe it will be interesting, but you need also a miracle against Charge. Charge needs to have some sort of like a bad race or whatever. But again, he is your teammate, so in terms of team like the constructors championship, then you don't want your teammate to do a bad job, especially not against the Mercedes boys and maybe even the Sauber boys. But yeah, um, you will see. I guess the final 3 races are going to be exciting as well. I imagine the Brazilian GP to be a little bit more interesting because of the open track feeling, which is not given with the Texas or the Kota circuit and the Abu Dhabi circuit, because they're again sort of like street circuits almost. I mean, Kota is not, but it feels like it. And Abu Dhabi as well, it's sort of like closed off with walls as well. And the only sort of open track is Brazil, so yeah. Kota is not going to be remade, no. I think we will use Liskomis's version, because that version is definitely better. Fingost attempted a change in Kota, but it didn't turn out the way he wanted, and I reviewed the track as well myself, and to be honest, it was nothing like Liskomis's version of Kota, so I wouldn't change that track. Liskomis already did a good job. So anyway, let's go back here and see look at the pit stop from Kosandri there and Dremet. They obviously switched now to medium tires. Remet as well switched to medium tires. I would have liked to see the battle between him and myself, but I definitely was not on point today. But yeah, Dremet now going towards the end, and the race from now on, it was a little bit all the same. Like, you know, there was no huge fight for any sort of position, except maybe over here the pressure got higher, and but the gap didn't melt. Like, Taxivator did an awesome job to stay ahead of Randy. Meanwhile, Taxivator couldn't close the gap there towards Nestori. Look at that, like Nestori already in turn 3 and going towards turn 5, and only now Taxivator and Grandi are approaching turn 3, so quite the gap there. Quite the gap. So we have another car coming into the pits, and it's Yuki who is now opting for the medium tires and coming out now behind Dremet, but in front of Darren. No, wait. Behind Dremet, and Darren is actually in front of Dremet. Okay, yeah, this was still the time when Dremet was behind Darren there. And Darren did not quit yet the race, but he will quit at some point, and I'm not sure when and why. Is it now? Is it maybe a little bit later? I'm not sure. But it's quite funny that a Brit like Darren quit in the corner where Russell had his crash there. That's sort of ironic and funny a little bit at the same time. Thanks to Yuki for doing his job of an ambassador of a two-stop strategy. Yeah, Yuki definitely did a two-stop there. I'm not sure if Radi did a two-stopper. But I'm quite confident that Yuki was the only one doing so. Yeah. Oh, and Darren actually hit a slowdown penalty here. Yep, slowdown over there, and then he went on. Let's see what's going to be the lap where he is quitting and why. Like, if he has a huge crash, then I can imagine the frustration, and that is the reason why he actually quit it. So far it's looking good, and Dremet is applying some pressure over here. Dremet has obviously the better tires. Darren, I'm not sure if he was going to be able to go to the end with these tires, because the tires were, at some point, I think I looked over the tires during the race and they were like Darren had like 72% and Dremet had only or just used 7% of his fresh medium tires, so like 93% left. So I'm not sure if Darren's strategy towards the end would have been the way to go, but I think this is also one of the reasons why he quit it. Here he hit another shortcut penalty, and now Dremet is able to overtake Darren quite easily, actually. Darren trying to get back to him, but is not able to comfortably do so. And now Darren again hitting that outside wall there, or rather the wall to the left side of that turn. And yeah, let's see. Maybe Darren will quit now. He was just riding the wall there. No, he is not actually. But yeah, Yuki is getting quite closer and closer there towards Darren. And now we have our 3 cars, which we had at the beginning of the race, again close, bunching up towards each other. Meanwhile, on the other part of the track, Taxivator was approaching Aryan. I hope I pronounce his name right. He was approaching him, and actually Aryan, I have to say, he is quite fast, and for a newcomer, and he has a very nice spatial awareness and overall awareness of the race, because he was able to quickly let all the incoming cars pass without even anyone mentioning anything to him, and this was quite nice. I thought that here might have had happened something bad there, but because it's quite difficult to overtake a car on the outside of a turn, and Taxivator did it anyway, especially trusting the new guy so much that he actually passed him on the outside, and Aryan has done a very nice job there in letting everyone pass, as well as Grandi over here. Maybe it took 1 or 2 corners too much there for Grandi to overtake, but nevertheless it happened without any big incidents, and once Aryan figured out that Grandi was behind him, he let him pass immediately, which is quite nice to see there. And I'm not sure, but maybe now Darren might quit the race, if I'm not mistaken, because now even Yuki has passed him. And then here another hit into the wall there, lost a little bit of time, and Darren slightly but surely losing out on this race. And yeah, okay, maybe not now, but yeah, now Dremet and Yuki are past Darren. Dremet trying to come up with something there to sort of limit the damages done today, trying to sort of maybe close the gap towards Khossandari, but I guess he knew already from the get-go that it would be a difficult task, and unless Khossandari is doing any mistakes, he won't be able to catch him, as well as being in no man's land, so to say. And Darren with a shortcut penalty, I believe it's in turn 1. Let's see. Yeah, it was turn 1. Yep. Okay. Yeah, well, this is kind of a nasty shortcut in my opinion, but I guess it is what it is. It's difficult. Well, like if you put a wall there on the track, then it is even more dangerous. Now Igiava sort of trying to warn Aryan to let him pass, and Darren now. Okay, still running, still going. Not as fast anymore, but he is going. Igiava passing Aryan. Aryan being very fair to him and let him in through without any sort of shenanigans going on. And then, oh wait, what was that? I hear the crash somewhere. Was it over here? Oh, this is maybe the reason why Darren. Ah, maybe he had some lag or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, okay. And now you can't drive even anymore, like you are out of this race. So he goes probably for another pit stop, or does he go immediately for the end of the race? But I believe he goes, he tries to do one more lap, and then maybe quits the race, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, it's a shame. I can understand the decision. Now I understand the decision, but still I would have maybe tried to finish it just in case, you know. Darren, it's not easy. It's not easy. But yeah, let's move on to so look at the gap now. Like if you imagine Darren was like he had the same gap towards Yuki as Yuki has towards Dremet, and look now where Darren is. He's like more than 3-4 times that distance away now. It's just a shame. And yeah. Yuki trying to figure out if he can catch Dremet, but I guess my highlight is coming up. Yep. I will look at it as soon as we get there. Yuki, on the other hand, without the mistake in the pits, he would have been now maybe in front of Dremet, but you never know. Okay, Darren's still going. Let's see. So, Dremet trying to figure out if he can catch Khossandari. Oh, and Dremet has another mistake over there, or is it Yuki? I'm not sure. Oh, it's Yuki actually with a mistake. Okay. So without the mistake in the pits, Yuki would have done maybe now a mistake, and then it would have been a nice fight towards the end with Dremet. But in this case, that was everything that Dremet needed to have some breathing space and focus more on the car in front. Meanwhile, is that Darren again with another hit into the wall there? Wait, where is it? Like, I heard a crash somewhere. I'm not sure if it's here. Ah, yeah, it's here. Okay. But this time around it was not as bad as the previous hit. So yeah, let's see. Is this Igia? No, this is Dremet. Okay. And then we have Kosandari, and then a few more seconds towards Aryan, and then from Aryan, who is actually the back marker, we have McVision, if I'm not mistaken, and then we have Igiava. But you have to mention McVision actually did quite the comeback there. If you consider him having those shortcut penalties and mistakes and crashes and everything, it was quite the comeback, and props for that, McVision. You had the pace, but yeah, I guess it wasn't enough to get Igiava tonight. And let's see, Darren, so far looking okay, nothing out of the ordinary. And now I believe he quits now. Yeah, he maybe figured, yeah, he quits. He figured that 47% of tires are not going to last, and he would need to probably pit one more time. So that is the reason why he sort of quitted in frustration. Not good, but you know, you have to take it as it is, and it is what it is then. So Charged about to lap Radi. I think he was the only one to sort of lap Radi, because towards the end Nestori was not able to catch Radi, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's stay with Nestori now. Let's focus on him. This is the moment where, like, Taxi Vader was sort of trying to catch him, but it wouldn't happen until... Oh yeah, okay, this is where Nestori actually messed up. Ooh, this could have been so bad for Nestori. Yeah, this could have been bad. I believe it's because of the flag there, literally Russell in 2023, yes. I believe Nestori over here, I don't know, like maybe it was the lack of focus and him being tired, but I can imagine him not seeing this wall over there because of the sign that is put on top of the wall, and now he actually is quite lucky there that Taxi Vader wasn't as close as he would have liked, probably. And Taxi Vader, it looked like as if he was able to catch Nestori, but at some point his tires will just fall off a cliff there, and Taxi Vader will fall back into the clutches of Grandi, but Grandi just didn't have the opportunity. Maybe if it was one more lap, then Taxi Vader's tires wouldn't definitely have lasted for that long. Then it would have been a different story. Like it would have been a different story at all. Like Taxi Vader would have had a much more different and difficult time trying to keep up with Nestori and also keep Grandi behind him, because his tires were definitely one lap older than Grandi's, and the difference was huge. The difference was huge. Unlucky for Grandi though, Taxi Vader was just without any mistakes tonight. He outperformed Grandi there, and was just fast tonight for him. Yeah, props for that. Grandi, for him, this is like the second sort of slightly bad race, because last time around I think it was Baku and he was stuck behind Nestori. He would have liked to overtake Nestori but couldn't. And then now tonight it's Taxi Vader's time to shine, and he grabbed P3 there, went onto the podium. Meanwhile Grandi, the contender for the championship here, lost some valuable points. Now the gap between him and Charged is even bigger. But you have to say, the race all in all, it was clean. It was like there were no sort of incidents, at least in my opinion, maybe one or two, but it's very, very minor. And you don't have to worry about those. In my opinion, the race in itself was pretty clean and fair. So yeah, no need to worry there because of that. Oh, sorry, now I am getting tired because I actually am. Long day today, and also a difficult day in the office. But yeah, let's get back here. I think McVision now was hunting down Igiava, and he wanted to, and Paladin and I, we were actually speculating that McVision would get the position back because we were assuming that he gave the position to Igiava. So the only logical thing was to do the papaya rules, but as a Sauber car or as a Sauber team. And we were expecting actually Igiava also to give maybe the position back. We were thinking that it might happen in the last lap, but it was quite the opposite. But yeah, if I don't do those two mistakes, the gap to front would be 6 seconds and behind would have been 6 seconds as well. So pace-wise, it was good, just lacking the consistency. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree that pace-wise, you could keep up with Charged, but Charged was just that. I mean, when I say you could keep up, there was some difference to Charged, to be honest. But McVision. These are the mistakes that you don't need in your race, man. Let's see. Oh, damn. Okay, this is the gap now that Igiava needs to towards the end. Without that mistake, you might have had a chance to attack him here. And maybe on the other straight over there. Or, let's say, prolonged straight with some turn, whatever. Straight, I mean, not straight. But yeah, again, let's go back and look at Charged and him crossing the start-finish line. That guy is just too quick. You cannot keep up with him. Like, it's very difficult. So congratulations to Charged. Job nicely done. Then we have Radi and Nestori coming in 11 seconds later. And then this photo finish. This was quite the photo finish there between Grandi and Taxivator. Congratulations. This is my picture of the day after so many laps of racing there against each other. It boiled down to the last 2 laps where Grandi slowly but surely charged Taxivator and shrunk the gap there to, what is it at the end? Let's see. 0.115 seconds. So yeah, congratulations to everyone, especially the podium finishers, and then as well as the rest of the grid who actually stayed in the race towards the bitter end. So yeah, congratulations. Randy and Taxivator, good job. So where is the rest? Igiava now and McVison. Congratulations, guys. Now Kosandari. Then we have Dremet and Yuki. And without Yuki's mistake in the pits and without Yuki's mistake there in the wall, Dremet might have had a tough time there. And as well, congratulations to Aryan for finishing the race to the end. Good job. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone. Yeah, very beautiful track. Very nice interpretation of one of the most difficult tracks in the calendar, with the close walls, with the fast corners and technical sections. Congratulations to all the drivers. Thanks for the participation. And I guess this is it. Where is the rest on the flyer? Where is the rest on the flyer? Yeah, I don't know. By the way, can you at the end just put a replay on 16 times and look at the Ferris wheel? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, this is what you mean. Okay. Oh, Igiava. Why didn't I notice this? This is quite a thing here. There is a trigger probably somewhere. I'm not sure. Haha. Oh my god, this is good. This is good stuff. Let's see. Yeah. The movement has been done very subtle on purpose, wasn't it? Yes. It's very subtle. Subtle. It's very subtle. And I think, yeah, he wanted to move it, but without people noticing it as much. This is quite nice, Igiala. Very nicely done. Good job, man. Good job, good job, good job. Nice. Okay. I guess this is it. This is the Singapore GP. We are concluding the stream right now. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, I guess the next race will be at Kota. So, and before that we will have OSCR, which will also be in, I think, in a week's time. So yeah, stay tuned for the upcoming things and events on TSU there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, have a nice weekend, and have a good one. Good night. Bye bye.